menopause and weight loss. Interesting. So most of you are mothers or mother-in-laws, they are going through menopause. So obviously you don't want to give them good food, but you want to give it to your mother, obviously. So this is strictly restricted for mothers only, not mothers-in-law. The food for menopause. Number one, you need to understand when someone is going through menopause, it's not only about food, and probably it is not about food. It's about hormones that is affecting her emotional turbulence. So that is a major problem. Her emotional turbulence. Yeah. So someone who is going through menopause, she will go through multiple problems. And most common will be depression and stress. Another may concurrently happen is uh, emptiness syndrome. The child has gone for further education, or the child is married, or something else. Child is living separately for job or something. So that is going to be the major problem of that kind. Okay. So you need to take care of serotonin level. For serotonin, you need probiotics and you need prebiotics, which is fibers and everything. Now, in addition to this emotional turbulence, there is one more problem: weakening of the bones, low estrogen level. So, is there something we can add for natural estrogen? Very good, Parka. Before you write, big smile. So I know what is you are going to write. So soybean seed. Hey, right now, what are you doing? Soybean seeds, right? Soybean flour, soybean seeds. This is not something to be added at menopause. This is something you should add initially since childhood. 5 kg, whatever flour you're using, and 1 or 2 kg soybean. And soybean seeds, not the soybean body, soybean chunks. So what is soybean chunks? You take soybean seeds, crush them, remove their oil, and remove all the nutrition, and whatever bhusa is remaining, that is to be fed to the cows. That is soybean chunks. Those who have converted themselves from non-veg to veg, they eat soya chunks thinking that I am eating chicken. Wow, so delightful. Don't fool yourself. You are eating the cow food. If you're really looking for calcium, protein, and phytoestrogens, these are three. Soybean seeds are the very rich source in vegetarian diet for this. So you take either eat soya seeds daily, 50 gram, or you can add your flour. But this is not going to be sufficient. So you will need to continue taking your milk, curd, eggs, if you can, eggs. Now, which eggs you will select? Write on the chat. People are going to write someone like Bhavya will write cage-free, pesticide-free, antibiotic-free egg. Have you gone there to check whether it is that chicken was outside the cage? So which eggs you will eat? Very good. So we'll come to that. Why country eggs? Because country eggs, they have the nutrition which are good for repairing your nerves, for relieving your joint pains, nerve pains. There is another problem of old age. Menopause is not a condition, it's not a disease, it's a condition, a stage of life where you are going through emotional turbulence, emptiness syndrome, hormonal changes, weakening of the bones, plus you are becoming old. Yeah. So you will need country eggs. So you can eat as per your dose, 2 eggs, 3 eggs, 4 eggs. If you are also having a heart disease, then obviously you will not eat the yolk. But the real nutrition is in the yolk for the country eggs. But it's okay. At least you are eating something. If you cannot eat the country eggs, then you will need to take some supplements. So it will be like Neurobion Plus, Neurobion Fort. Neurobion Fort causes acidity in most people. Neurobion Plus is better. You can take 1 or 2 after meals. Then you can also take omega-3 fatty acids and everything, supplements. So you should not fool yourself that you can eat some food, some special seeds, flax seed, that seed, and that dose is not sufficient here. So easy is the fish oil supplement. Tata has also launched their product, fish oil by Tata. I have tested few brands and found Tata is good. So Pranal is asking an interesting question: how many eggs can you eat in a day? Right? Can someone eat? I mean, yeah. So there is no limit as such, right? Obviously, someone is not going to cross the border where people have died. Yeah, that dose, lethal dose of eggs. That is not the question here. The question here is how much you can eat. So leave it to the person. Don't tell them you eat 5 eggs. So I eat around 6 to 10 eggs in a day. And that may be like monstrous for some people. But for some people, two is sufficient. And for me, if someone is eating two, I'm like, how can you survive with 2 eggs? Probably you are eating something else. So if someone is health conscious like Pranali, you will be eating more eggs and salad and all those things. Right? Now, the fish, the chicken, that thing you should not force to people. Even if someone is non-vegetarian, it is tedious to cook chicken and fish at their house. Okay. If it is their staple diet, then obviously they are already doing it and eating it. Mutton is obviously out of question. So the normal calculation for a protein is 1 gram per kg. Whatever is your weight, you eat 1 gram per kg. Now, if you calculate realistically your protein, you will find you are lacking behind every day, every day. And that's okay because our metabolism, they're taking care of it. Unless you are having, you are experiencing deficiency of protein and showing symptoms. Don't fall for the protein powder. Yeah. So the protein powder, if you see the content, 100 gram satisfy 90% of your RDA value. My dear, but you are not eating 100 gram as one dose or one day. You are eating 10 gram only, right? If you eat 500 gram packet, half kg packet, 100 gram, it will be sufficient only for 5 days, right? But you are continuing this box for 15 to 20 days. So the dose is very small. So any protein powder does not satisfy. Better than protein powder for which is soya seeds, soya flour. You can increase the ratio. The other flour, wheat, bajra, jawar, soya. So this will be like 3:2 rather than 4:1. Other will be soya seeds. If you are eating protein powder, which is red mark, then you should be free to eat eggs, chicken, fish, and everything there for protein requirement. Niana Bigai is asking a question, whole eggs or egg whites? So very good question and very difficult question. Now there is a battle. So yolk contains the cholesterol, but yolk also contains, especially country eggs, yolk contains the nutrition which is required for your nerve development, relieving your joint pains, nerve pains. So the yolk. But if you have high cholesterol or if you have some heart problem, atherosclerosis there, you should not eat egg yolk much unless you are very fond of it. So I eat whole country eggs 6 to 10 per day. And that only then. Yeah. Then there is nothing else actually. Then remaining thing is salad only. So Pranal is asking another question. We should take all the questions actually. When I say questions now, because the flow gets disrupted. But anyways, I will answer this because this is an interesting question. How do we know whether protein we consume is getting absorbed properly? So protein we take is getting absorbed properly. We cannot know and we don't need to know. Yeah, you don't want to spend 5,000 rupees to find out whether you are absorbing your proteins. Yeah, you don't need to do some test. It's like there is a 70-year-old cancer patient and oncosurgeon, oncologist, they're recommending we want to check which type of blood cancer it is. Yeah. We are going to do a fish test, which costs you around 20,000 rupees, and we will exactly find out which molecule is a problem. After that, what are you going to do? No, we want to know this. After that, what are you going to do? Is it going to decide your treatment outcome? Is it going to decide the survival of the 72-year man, old, going to die because of heart disease or something else? Yeah, they don't have money for 20,000. That's the thing. So you don't need to do any other test to find out the protein which they're getting absorbed or not. Unless there is some symptom you have. And you have a protein deficiency, you are consuming enough protein and still it is not getting absorbed. Then probably you will think. The problem is not that whether protein is getting absorbed or not. The problem is your gastrointestinal tract, the intestine villi, cilia and villi, they are damaged. If you think there is a reason that your protein absorption is less, it's not protein, it's everything. Your absorption is less. Then you will need to do many things, right? What are the many things we will see in the GIT chapter? I have covered it one of the class. What you can do for, you remember, inflammatory food products, non-inflammatory food products, then anti-inflammatory food for gastrointestinal tract. We have covered that. So to repair your cilia in the intestine, you need to do a lot of things over the period of 6 months, 12 months. We come back to the topic first, right? Menopause, emotional turbulence, serotonin, for serotonin, prebiotics and probiotics, right? Psychology counseling. For calcium, you give them, for calcium and low estrogen and low proteins, you give them soybean, eggs, fish, or chicken, as per their choice. You will never or do not need to supplement protein powder for menopause. So old age woman formula. Yeah. You should do that only if you are getting money out of it. So 500 rupees box, MRP. So manufacturing cost to the company is 80 rupees. The wholesaler gets 100 rupees, retailer gets 100 rupees, and 200 rupees comes to you. That should be the only reason that you prescribe some woman formula. Otherwise, there is no reason. Don't be like that intern. Sir, you cannot afford the milk with the protein powder. So drink the protein powder in the water because you cannot afford the milk. So don't be that intern. That intern. Now you have taken care of your estrogens, calcium, protein. What is the other problem old age has? The joint pain, nerve pains. So everything has a pain. If she is a mother-in-law, then everything except the tongue has the pain. So her tongue doesn't. Yeah. And if it is mother, then everything is pain. Yeah. So for that pain, there are a few options which are country eggs, either with yolk, preferably, or without yolk if you have high cholesterol. Then comes Neurobion Plus, fish oil, salmon fish oil, any fish oil, doesn't matter, fish oil. And in the fish oil, there are two options in the market. One is high absorption and one is normal. Yeah, if it is with the same brand, obviously it has to be both same brand you have to compare. Otherwise, it is just a marketing tactic, high absorption. So personally, I prefer the normal one, not the high absorption. You don't want a high dose because with the high dose will come then acidity and something issues. And these old ladies, they will stop their benefit, the medicines. Don't forget they are getting old. Pranali has asked another interesting question. What if a woman is a heavyweight in the gym, lifts lifts heavy weight in the gym, and marathon runner, still no protein powder. Why you need a protein powder if you can eat eggs, if you can eat soya bean, if you can eat non-veg, fish? Protein powder is not sufficient. It is just a marketing tactic. You go to a gym, there is a 12th pass person who will do only one thing to promote the protein powder. And what you need to do, you scientifically check what is the content of the protein powder. Each 100 gram contains 60 gram of protein. Correct. But are you going to eat 100 gram per day? No. If you are an athletic woman, you need maybe 100 gram per day. So from where are you going to get it? So you have to go to the rich source of protein. That rich source of protein will be egg albumin, egg white, obviously cooked, fish, then chicken. And what are the other options remaining for you? If you are strictly vegetarian, less likely, because you are eating the protein powder. So protein powder, yeah, right. So it already has a red dot. And number two thing is that it's not commercially viable to eat that protein powder. It is just a convenience that instead of eating the fish and the chicken and the eggs on daily basis, you are just eating the protein powder and you're fooling yourself actually, right? And you don't know what else is there in that protein powder. Many of the protein powder in the market, they are available. They may mention 10 components, but there may be 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th component also, which they are hiding from you. Yeah? And who is checking? Which government authority is checking that? And that 6th, 7th, 8th component may be steroid, may be something else that is building up your mass, not the actual protein content. You like this concept? So the only reason you should give protein powder to anyone is you are getting money out of it. For menopause, other problems are going to be the old age, the depression, and all those things, and joint pains and all those things. So the simple way is for that exercise. Yeah. Don't tell them to join the gym and lift the weights. They are never going to do. They are not done it. Yeah, their children are not doing it. So you tell them whatever is comfortable for you, you do that. Now, many of the times, as the menopause comes, women try to reduce their work and give the workload or the work to their daughter-in-laws, or that's my mother-in-laws are bad, or their daughters or someone else. So you tell them that you continue what you have been doing because that helps you keep yourself busy, keep your bones and joints moving. If you can climb upstairs, up, down, 2 flights, that's good enough. If you cannot do, walk in the garden, walk outside. Right. Do simple things what you like. Either do gardening, cleaning your kitchen, cooking, whatever you have been doing, continue your work. Those who continue their work, arthritis is delayed. Plus, you take the supplements, which we have discussed just now. What is the next problem at menopause? There is one more problem. So you need now, the time has come to change your diet habits because of your age, because of your menopause, because you are a woman, there is going to be the risk for you dying of heart disease or stroke next 10 years. What is your risk? So you can use the calculator and show it to them, right? And you tell them that now it is a time that people typically develop hypertension, diabetes, heart disease, atherosclerosis, stroke. Now it is time for you to change the sequence of your food. To change the sequence of your food, now at this age, 50 age, you are not going to change the thali. So you first ask the question, what is your thali? You understand their thali and just modify it little bit, if they can. It's not like you remove this, you add avocado. That is the best thing because you have watched on TikTok. No, madam. So simple thing can work like because you are adding already the salad, you can say start your meals with the salad. Now some women are there, they say that I cannot control what I eat. Absolutely okay. You enjoy your food. Yeah. Anyways, you are going to die in next 20 years, so you must enjoy your food. Don't worry. And now some question may come, sir, what if the patient is already bypass patient and all those things? Then let her enjoy everything and anything in their life. Anyways, they are going to die in some year. Let them enjoy everything. Yeah. Preventing your cravings, controlling your cravings for good food. How many years you are going to extend? Enjoy it. So supplements name Neurobion Plus. Neurobion Fort is also there, but Fort causes acidity in most people. So Neurobion Plus is better. And on 1 mg, Tata fish oil is available. Okay. It has everything, omega-3, DHA, EPA, all those things. Good concentration and healthy. So there are two options in that. High absorption and normal one. So you choose what you want. Start with the normal one. Yeah. Don't take high dose. Yeah. So start with one daily, then you can do it twice daily. So it helps your skin also. It keeps your skin healthy, keeps your bones and nerves active. Yeah, keeps you sharp so that next time you are fight with your daughter-in-law, you know what to talk. So if you say this statement, she is much more motivated to take fish oil. Questions? Remember the number one rule for menopause, old age person. See, the age is 45, 50. At this stage, you cannot tell them change your diet. You cannot make a sheet and tear it and say them, yeah, do this, follow this. They are not going to do it. They are not going to follow. You have to understand what is their thali. You have to understand what they are going through. You have to use the holistic approach. Emotional turbulence, psychology counseling, emptiness syndrome, lack of work, keeping them busy, prebiotics, probiotics, supplements, calcium, phytoestrogen, and proteins. And tell them to keep themselves busy, whatever they can. You have to explain them everything that you are suggesting them different approaches. Okay, not only telling them what to do, what others will do. So if you are able to explain them all this concept, then they like you more. They come to you more. Anyways, it is less likely that you are going to get an old lady coming to you and saying that, yeah, tell me what should I do, and she does not follow. That is less likely. That is a rare client. Okay. So in India, at least a geriatric population for food and nutrition is a rare client. The major chunk of our business lies in children and maternal mothers. Yeah, during pregnancy, before pregnancy, they don't. So before pregnancy, or what I'm saying, before delivery, then lactation, and few months later. Okay. So lactation is the time where mothers typically come for nutrition dietetic, and then they will come again after a few years for their children. Okay, Varsha has asked an interesting question. So did you like Varsha is asking about calcium supplements? Yeah. So when I talked about these supplements, I have not mentioned calcium for menopause. I was waiting for this question. Yeah. This is an old age. Yeah. It's not calcium deficiency, right? Calcium metabolism is changed because of estrogen. So what you can add is vitamin D. So vitamin D bottle, arachidinol nano, once a week. So it will serve two purposes. Number one, it will help absorption. It will improve your gastrointestinal function. Plus, it will support serotonin. Number two, serotonin goes to dopamine, relieves your anxiety and stress and depression. Number two is that it helps calcium metabolism, calcium absorption, and all those things. If you give artificial calcium, there is a serious problem. Number one will be, and the most clients will face is the constipation. And number two, maybe renal calculi. You don't want to take that risk. Yeah, this is an old patient, understand. Okay. So now if you must give them calcium supplement, then better to give them soya seeds. Yeah, chicken, fish. That is better rather than calcium supplements. And do not give vitamin D and calcium supplement for old age because constipation and renal calcularics of renal calculus not required. So better use of focus on vitamin D. That will help them absorb calcium better and have a better calcium metabolism. Plus, it will support their intestine, better absorption of nutrition. So there is going to be one more problem here. Yeah, everyone forgets about that. So everyone is in menopause focusing only on the bones and the joints. No, my dear, absorption is a problem now. Yeah. So you have to focus on their absorption also. When we are talking of absorption, there are two problems. One is there are worms. So you deworm them. Number two is some gastrointestinal villi are less damaged or something else because of the age, the wear, tear, and something, allergies and all. So you add vitamin D. That's a good solution. Plus probiotics and prebiotics. Now, all the probiotics in the market, they have one bacteria, Lactobacillus acidophilus. Not sufficient, not good. If you must eat Lactobacillus acidophilus, that is free at your home. Curd. You don't need to buy some fancy bottles to drink it. So curd is sufficient. Now, fermented foods. Best, right? And like if there is a question, can they have fermented rice kanji during menopause? Yeah. See, fermented rice kanji does not increase cholesterol. There is no scientific data for that unless you have seen it on Instagram or YouTube. Yeah, TikTok. So fermented rice kanji has no relation with the cholesterol at all. And there is no indication for any food in menopause. Yeah. Menopause is not a problem. The problem is what you're talking is the cholesterol thing. Now you need to understand, go back to the chapter of the heart, where you find out which are the problematic foods, which increases your cholesterol, which causes your inflammation. Now, which are the food that protects? Which are the food? They are neutral, no problem. So fermented rice kanji is nowhere in that three list also. Yeah, they are neutral actually. There is no relation with the cholesterol. So the question is about the stress and cortisol, right? Now, there is a cycle. Typically, you worry, you get old, you are in the habit of worrying. You are thinking of future, past, everyone. And it releases cortisol. Because you have cortisol, all your systems are excited, you are worrying much more. You have a stress. Because you have a stress, you are worrying more. Because you are worrying more, you have a stress, cortisol is high. There is a vicious cycle going on. You cannot break at the age of 50. You cannot break. So that you need to start early. Right? So Cushing syndrome, Addison's disease, these are rare. So we are not going to cover that in the topic of menopause or the old age. Right? They are better managed by endocrinologist. So what you need to worry about is your emotional wellness. For emotional wellness, you take up psychology counseling because that's a good business. Yeah? Psychology counseling, nutrition, and holistic diet. Wow, that's a good business. You're providing under one roof. If you must take psychology counseling, you must take from us because you're going to learn actually how to counsel the client. Book is awesome for all conditions, and classes are also good. Wednesday, 6:30. Regarding the stress, don't tell them join the yoga classes and all, unless they have the interest for that. Okay, joining yoga classes does not reduce the stress. You have to go to the yoga class also. Just paying the fees does not reduce your stress. Simple thing what you can do is clean your kitchen, do your gardening. That reduces your stress. Cook something for your loved one. Cook something for your grandchildren. Do breathing exercise. Simple breathe in, breathe out. That helps. If you like, then you can join yoga. And if you are the yoga trainer, then you can, the next step. Manabika is asking a question, what are the supplements to support gut bacteria? Okay. So for gut bacteria, your pickles, fermented food, idli, dosa, dhokla, uttapam, South Indian food, plus your curd, sufficient. Yeah. You don't need to invest money for artificial probiotics available in the market. If you must buy probiotics, then you buy Actico Pro because Actico Pro has the content for all those bacteria and yeast which are optimum for intestinal health. These bacteria go to the villi in the grooves inside there, help secrete serotonin. This serotonin goes to brain, converts to dopamine. That releases your stress and depression. Plus, this yeast will fight, this combination of microbial flora will fight allergens. It will fight infection causing bacteria as well. So you will have less episodes. Any other question related to menopause? Now the question is about salad. So how much salad should you add? Okay. Ask them how much can you eat. Can you add 2 units in the morning, 2 units in the evening? 2 units can be one cucumber, one radish, one carrot, 100 gram, 50 gram cabbage. Don't tell them lettuce. At the age of 50, they are not going to develop the taste. That Actico Pro is available with me. If you want to order, you can order with me. Two more questions. Sorry, two more things which you need to add. One is water. It is very simple and it is assumed everyone is drinking water. No. So you have to tell them you drink at least 3 to 4 liters of water so that it flushes your system. It removes your excretory products. It keeps your intestine healthy and it keeps your skin subtle and glowing. Yeah, and you will look younger. Wow, I will look younger than my daughter-in-law. Yes, yes. If you keep coming to me every week, definitely you will. Yeah. So then she has a motivation to meet you every week. Water. The last one is the sleep. So you ask how many hours are you sleeping? How is the quality of your sleep? Has it decreased? Has it increased? The quality, the nightmares, the dreams, your memory about the dreams, the quality of sleep, what is happening? Are you snoring? Right? The best option for better sleep is yoga, if you can do. If you cannot join and learn yoga, at least do breathing exercise. Simple breathing, breathe out. So you remember that square breathe, rectangular breathe. Simple these two things you tell them. Whenever you are doing your chores, you can do that. So it is inbuilt that during menopause, the emotional turbulence is going to happen. During menopause, sleep disturbance is going to happen. So that habit of managing your stress, managing your worries, you have to develop from now only. If you are already reached that stage, then you still there is a hope. You can still do your pranayams, gardening, cooking something for your loved one, doing some craft work, learning some new skill. If your grandchildren involved with them, teach them some new skill, maybe craft, drawing, sketching, anything. Get involved. That will give you peace. Spelling of peace is P-E-A-C-E. There are three spellings of peace. People are thinking. Verifying that. Questions? Please ask. Any question you can ask. I'll answer this. More questions, please. Any question you ask. Stupid question, foolish question, I like you very much. I will answer very sincerely. Everyone has those foolish questions, but people are afraid. I will answer you sincerely. Don't worry to ask any question. Okay. So Bhavya has asked an interesting question. Thankfully, she's not suggesting avocado to improve the appetite in elderly people. So she's asking what are the foods to improve appetite in elderly people. See, what is the problem in elderly people? Why they are eating less food? Because metabolism is less. Digestion is a problem. The movement, the exercise, what they used to do, whatever activities they used to do, they have decreased. They may have hypothyroidism. They may have anxiety because of which your food intake decreases, more anxiety. They may be going through depression or emptiness syndrome. So you need to understand what is the cause of less appetite. Right? Now, can we do holistic approach? Can we do multiple things? So answer is yes. So number one is pranayam you're starting with. Number two, you're keeping yourself busy doing your chores, what you used to do. Number three, vitamin D, very important to improve your gastrointestinal absorption, gut health. Number four, prebiotics, probiotics. Number five, eat whatever you like. Yeah, don't restrict yourself because you will get cholesterol. Object is to enjoy your life. Yeah, if you like eating pickles, do that. Yeah, don't restrict your parents or elderly people because you will get hypertension will happen. Yeah, if they are not hypertensive, you don't need to worry. And even if they are hypertensive, if it is controlled with medicines, absolutely okay. You can safely eat your pickle and Pawan. Let them enjoy. Right? So there is no limit for how much fiber you eat. You can eat as much as you like. So the objective is to eat 2 units in the morning, 2 units in the evening. So total 4 units at least is the objective minimum. You can eat more. Start with 1 unit per day, 2 units per day, because you have to develop the test. So now probiotics versus prebiotics. Probiotics means the microbial flora which you have. Prebiotics is the fibers, the fruits, the veggies, the salad, what you eat, the fermented food that supports the microbial flora to grow. Both are required, but there is a problem. The problem is you get repeated infections, you have worm infestations, you have stress, you are taking some medicines, you are taking painkiller. So they are disturbing your microbial flora. So you need to eat more yeast, more microbial flora during those days. So from where you will get? Simple answer is curd, fermented food, idli, dosa, dhokla, uttapam, South Indian foods. We'll cover that, Bhavya, uh, that chapter. Should we revise for menopause? What is our plan? Number one is emotional turbulence. Yeah, psychology. Keep yourself busy. Continue doing what you have been doing your chores. Develop a new hobby or support someone to develop a hobby or train someone to develop some new hobby, like your grandchildren or something. Yeah? So that you learn some new hobby. Okay? If you can, preferably yoga. If you cannot, do your breathing exercise at home. Prebiotics, probiotics. Calcium, phytoestrogen, proteins. All three go together because we are saying soya. If you are non-vegetarian, add eggs, country eggs preferable, with yolk preferable, unless you have high cholesterol. Then fish, chicken. In supplements, we are not doing protein powder, we are not doing superwoman formula, old age formula, we are not. Yeah. So in the supplements, what we are doing is only Neurobion Plus for nerves and fish oil. That's it. Water and sleep. End of story. There is one more thing you can do as a nutritionist and dietitian. You can recommend them, if they have come to you directly, you can recommend them some blood test. So if you go on 1 mg, packages are available. Old woman package, super woman package, gold package, platinum package. So it is the best formula to use gold or platinum package and do everything. Yeah. So in that, you also find out what are the poisoning if you are. So 27 poisons you can find out. So you can actually find out whether your daughter-in-law is giving you some poison. So are you getting accidental poisoning at your home? She's like, yeah. So kachwa chap agarbatti. So that's the only brand you have eaten, and you have definitely eaten the mosquito coil. Okay, no. Okay, maybe another brand, but you are definitely eaten the mosquito coil. You remember the story? So you can use that. And yeah, then obviously you will do lipid, LFT, liver function test, kidney function test, CBC, thyroid function test. Do not miss out that. Okay. It's also a good idea, though it is costly, parathyroid test also. If she is having weak bones, or if she has a lot of pain and certain things. Okay. Renal calculi if there, go for parathyroid also. Gayatri, very good question. So any renal calculi client, you don't give calcium supplements. Okay, that's the protocol. Now, if you see many of the renal calculi clients, they will also have weak bones when you do bone marrow density. The problem is not calcium. There are two problems. The number one is parathyroid actually, which many people forget. So parathyroid, they have hyperparathyroidism. That's why calcium metabolism, calcium is getting eroded from the bones. That's why they have weak bones and high calcium in the blood, and that's why high calcium in the urine, and that's why renal calculi. Correct? So parathyroid hormone goes to the bones, erode the bones, and it increases calcium in the blood. The blood calcium goes to the urine, kidney, and it is excreted in the urine. Because there are calcium crystals in the urine, these are crystals, they get clumped together and form renal calculi. If some bacteria is there or some particle is there, it is going to be there, obviously, right? Now, so the problem for renal calculi versus and weak bones is not the calcium supplement solution. It is parathyroid hormone. And number two can be vitamin D. Yeah. So maybe they are deficient in vitamin D. That's why. Calcium supplement, I do not prefer tablet. I do not prefer syrup. But if you must, and renal calculi, contraindication actually, right? So you need to find out what is the cause for weak bones and why you want to give a renal calculi patient a calcium supplement, unless that is your mother-in-law. No. So, father-in-law, very bad. No, husband. So make sure you make them write the will before you start doing all those crazy things. And don't ever do the platinum test from 1 mg. because it will tell you which poison they are taking. Yeah, so you will get exposed. So don't do that. So you have to be careful. And if you land in trouble, you can always take a legal consultation from my team. Legalwise.in. You can visit the website, fill the form. My lawyer will contact you. Help you. For will also, if you want to make a will also, my lawyers will help you. Coming back to the point, what was the point actually? Calcium supplement. So there is a problem with the calcium supplement. If you take 500 mg, the 100 mg is getting absorbed. This 400 mg, it is causing you constipation and other things, right? Instead of that, better not, why not switch to, instead of taking the tablet and investing money in tablet, why not switch to calcium rich food? Simple. Soybean seeds, soya flour, right? Your legumes, dals, pulses, whatever you call, right? Whenever you cook khichdi, use multiple mix of dals plus add groundnuts also. If you are cooking dal, use it. If you are eating dal and rice, eat equal quantity. Most of the people, the problem is the dal is so diluted, it's like water, and the rice is this much and dal is this much. No, it has to be equal quantity. They have to supplement the amino acids. They have to supplement, right? Then, if you can eat egg, fish, chicken, problem solved for your calcium. Why you need calcium supplement? And definitely not in renal calcium. And if you eat this calcium rich food, the side effect is not there, right? And if there is a reason that you advise the client, you for some reason, so you advise the client to have less calcium food, yeah, eat less calcium food like milk, dairy, eggs, and all those. So, sorry, fish and chicken. So in that case, you will first do parathyroid hormone. If there is a reason for you to ask the client to eat less calcium. So there is definitely parathyroid hormone, most likely chance, right? So in which case you will ask the client to eat less calcium. Doctors, they do that. Renal calculation, right? Calcium crystals in the urine. So reducing calcium is not a solution. You have to treat parathyroid. And you will find that it has some tumor actually, such cases. That tumor is benign, you can remove it, problem solved. You means the surgeon, huh? Otherwise, sorry, in one class you said that I can remove the tumor, so I perform the surgery. There are people like sitting like near people. Any question? Gayatri is typing since so long. Press the enter button also for getting the enter. Huh? Oh, writing messages to someone. I'm going to see you after the class. Hmm. Any question anyone has? Please ask some easy question. Protein vegetarian sources. People, please start writing protein vegetarian sources. Obviously, you cannot compare protein source of. Please start writing your answers. I will keep on giving the pravachan. So you cannot compare the protein source of veg versus non-veg. And you can definitely not commit a crime of comparing with the protein powder. Because, madam, the protein powder content, each 100 gram contents, that's the thing. And you are not going to eat 100 gram in one sitting, one portion. Right? So come to the protein-rich food. Two options. Non-veg, veg. Non-veg is going to score high. The best which I have realized is the combination of eggs and milk. This complements each other. It acts as a wholesome food. All the amino acids taken care. All the nutrients taken care. If you want to avoid milk, only eggs. Absolutely okay. Accepted. Then comes fish. chicken. End of story. In veg, we have plenty of sources, but there is a problem. The problem is you eat less dal and more rice. You eat rice, but you don't eat khichdi. And if you're cooking khichdi, how many of you do that? Tell me sincerely. Yeah? 1/4 portion dal and a 3/4 portion rice. Correct? You're doing it wrong. So you need to increase it 50-50, equal portion, rice and dal. Either you're doing khichdi or either you are doing dal rice, eating dal rice. Right? And the dal should not be like water. Yeah. It should not be curry. Yeah? So we have lot of options for vegetarian rich calcium and protein. The problem is you are not eating it sufficiently. You are filling yourself up with something else. Okay. Another is the best and the richest vegetarian source of calcium and protein is soya seeds, soya flour. Not your soya chunks for cows. Cows also don't eat soya chunks so much. Yeah, they don't like it. You have to add jaggery, then only they will eat. Yeah, I have a farmhouse with 60 cattle. I know this scenario. It is really fun, huh? Yeah, yeah. You go to the cattle shed and milk the cows and then bathe the cows, clean the gobar. Yeah, not with hands or with the shovel or whatever it is called. Yeah? Powder. And my daughter does it with bare hands. I use gloves. So now Pranal is about all fancy foods. Oats. Baba is like about avocado because Instagram said avocado is the richest source of protein, calcium, vitamin, all everything. If you eat avocado, you can survive, but you will get bankrupt actually. So and there is nothing, no taste, no nutrition, nothing except the fancy thing. Now oats, you add whatever you want here. Okay, so I'm not against oats. But if someone has been eating oats, they like it, they will eat. At old age, you may not be able to add oats. The taste, people don't like it. How many of you don't like oats? If you like oats, you don't answer. If you don't like, you write to your chat. Don't like oats. Yeah. So the taste is not good. I don't care about the nutrition. Even if it has 100 times nutrition, I don't care. And it does not have. There are better options, other options also available. I can eat my pulses, dals, legumes, everything. I can eat my groundnut, right? I can those who are like milk people, dairy products, they can drink their milk and curd and paneer, all those things. Now some people are like, sir, how about tofu? If you have enemies in the past life, you had a battle with paneer and you lost the battle. So this life, you are enemy of paneer, then only you should switch to tofu. Yeah. Right. So if you're lactose intolerance, then probably tofu. Otherwise, tofu is higher than paneer. Yeah. What is tofu? Soya. So why not eat soya seeds, rich in phytoestrogen, calcium, and protein? Why not eat soya flour? Better. Yeah. Now some people are like, question is very interesting and good question. Corn flour. Good. But there is a problem in the market. So under the name of corn flour, you get the corn starch, which is completely refined plain powder of the corn. Yeah. And if you try to make something out of it, it will be flowing water. No. So what you can do is, good solution is 1 kg. Okay, you are not going to wheels, yeah? Nowadays, flour mill, no? So you are a ready-made flour people, right? Okay. No? No? Okay. So fine. We assume that everyone here is the visitor to flour mill. They go to flour mill. Or they have the home chakki, atta chakki at home. There was a concept, once upon a time, 20 years back or something, that 30 years back, everyone used to go to flour mill. Okay, rich, poor, everyone. And then suddenly some company realized It's beyond the prestige of the rich people to go to the flour mill. So what is the solution? Homemade atta chakki, right? But then suddenly ITC launch Ashirwad, ready-made flour. Problem solved. That homemade atta chakki company sold out, like closed. So then Pillsbury came in the market. Then they started having multi-flour atta. In the multi-flour atta, you can add your soya flour. You can have dry corns. Go to the flour mill and get it grounded, whatever grinded, whichever is English, and then mix it. Okay. So which is good combination for any age group. Number one is going to be soya flours, the corn flour, not the corn starch in the market. Okay. It has to be rough. Then jawar, bajri, and wheat. So I'm putting wheat at the end. That is our story. This is not going to be sufficient. Don't forget your pulses, dals, legumes. And do not forget to eat equal portion of dal and rice, either in khichdi or other separate dal and rice. South Indians, they eat rice and what is that, tamarind or rice with rasam, then rice with sambar. Not sufficient. Okay. So this is a good question always asking. So please mention the proportions. So you can choose. Okay. So if you don't like jawar and bajra, some people bajra does not suit to them. It becomes heavy and acidity. Some people they like it because it's light. Up to you. So maybe you are allergic to bajra. So that's why you have acidity. Then, so what is the ideal combination? Okay. If you are the menopause old people at home, so you cannot have separate flour in a single family, yeah, unless you are like crazy person and you are so health conscious, like Pranali and Dr. Mittal. Only these two people in this group are health conscious. Others are like already married and they don't care. So you add, coming to the topic again. So soya flour, soya seeds, two portions, 2 kg. We take it 2 kg. 1 kg jawar, 1 kg wheat, 1 kg bajra, if you like, 1 kg corn. Okay. Now, preferably don't add the ragi in this because it will cause blackening of the color. So the look of the roti is very bad if you have ragi in it, right? And the flour also looks very bad, dirty it looks. Yeah. So ragi, there are other options to it. Yeah, you can make dosa out of ragi. You can do something else out of ragi. And for fancy people, you have ragi oats, ragi biscuits, whatever ragi that. I mean, you are a fan of ragi. Then what is black chana? The normal chana is the black chana you mean, right? Okay. So chana, Bengal gram. Okay, either you take Kabuli chana, black chana, normal chana, Durga Devi ke prasad wala chana, or you take besan. So everything we call it Bengal gram for the simplicity of it, right? Now Bengal gram, if it suits you, most of the people it does not suit. Most of the people. So what you do, experiment. So today you eat besan in the night, and you see how's your stomach tomorrow morning or in the night. If you have more gases in the night, you know it does not suit. Then for 1 week you do not eat besan. Then you will feel better. Yeah, you will feel less depressed. I had to say it. Yeah, you will feel less depressed if you have a good spouse. So and good job. I mean, happy manager. And then after 1 week, again you eat besan, the Bengal gram, and you will feel again depressed. Yeah, and you will have gases. You will have next day not good stools. So it means you are allergic to Bengal gram. Most of the people they are. They do not realize it. They do not acknowledge it. Yeah. So you try this experiment. So there are other legumes, pulses you can take, but don't mix it with the this flour because in making chapati and all those things becomes difficult. Right? You have to look after the taste, the consistency, making it easy, something. So why we are not adding more jawar or bajra? Because then making roti becomes difficult. You can add more soya flour, soya seed. You can add more wheat flour because making of roti is easy then. Right? Now coming to the legumes and pulses, so you have the options moong dal, tur dal, chana dal. Now in terms of the nutrition, it is a reverse. There is a problem now. So the chana dal is more nutritious in terms of calcium and protein, but most people it does not suit. Chana dal means Bengal gram, anything. Yeah, Kabuli chana, this chana, that chana, Bengal gram, or your fried dalia, fried Bengal gram. Then second comes the moong dal. That third comes yeah, tur dal. Then one more is urad dal, the black gram. So in black gram with what is it called in English? छिलके को क्या बोलते हैं इंग्लिश में? What do you call it? छिलका with the cover? Skin, husk with skin. Yeah, with black skin with husk. Uh, it is more nutritious, but the taste is hideous. Yeah, it tastes slimy, right? So preferably is without uh, husk, without skin, black skin. And we don't add urad dal in our dal routinely because then it becomes slimy. So we add urad dal sufficiently in our dosa idli batter. Chana dal we don't buy. It's besan, allergic. What are the food items you do not buy at your home? Because you are allergic, so it is not brought at your home also. Other people, they may like it or maybe neutral, but any food item, anyone please write down. No, you don't have control over your family. So bajra you don't buy at all because you are allergic. Any other food item which you don't buy at all? Yeah, if you're yes, soybean, why don't you buy Akshara? You start soybean dear. Mushroom. Yes, very good. Yeah, kill the mud. Avocado. We never buy avocados. We are talking of normal things, like normal human beings, what we eat. Yeah, average people. Cornstarch, maida. Maida we buy. Cornstarch, eggs. Yeah, okay, eggs you don't buy. Suran, elephant, yeah. Okay. Mhm. So these are rare items, my dear. So no one here buys that. Even people don't know what is that. People are thinking you are talking of elephant food or something. So there is a question. Kalyani does not buy masoor dal and many things. No reason, but you don't know why we don't eat. Masoor dal not good in like slimy. That's why. So Bhavya does not buy sugar at her home. Absolute no sugar. Okay, but she buys avocado. Huh. So there is a question: how to put that? How to uh, soya? How to add in the wheat flour? Yeah. So you just take normal soya seeds. They are available in the market. Big basket you order, and you put it in your flour mill, and it will become the soya flour. No need to do anything else. If you are eating soya seeds, then you need to cook it like moot or moong. Huh? So rajma, similar process. The ratio we already covered now. So 2 kg soya flour in 3 kg of whatever flour. This whatever can be mix of wheat, jawar, or it can be pure jar. Ragi, if you add, making chapati is difficult, the color is hideous, black, children will not eat. See, you are not the only one. The client is not the only one in the house. You have to look for the everyone in the family. Yeah, they are not going to, they are not motivated to eat something specially for them, unless they are the earning member of the family or they are the controlling member like Barkha's mother-in-law, future mother-in-law. No. Koel has not joined today, otherwise we would have. So she's about to get into that cycle of SARS becoming COVID. She does not die. Oh, it's has become both that whatever that what is the name of that Amma Appa or something Ayappa? What was the name of that old lady? Ba. She does not die. The whole generations die. She does not die. The main die, son dies, granddaughter, grandson dies. She does not die at all. Awesome. And the children they come from couriers. माँ मैं आ गया हूँ याद है क्या वो उधर वो उसका बेटा अरे माँ को ही नहीं पता तू बेटा है उसका अरे बाप को नहीं पता एक समझे यार माँ को भी नहीं पता बहुत ही खतरनाक से है so from there the story comes the child comes through courier हाँ आ गया मैं courier से पैदा हुआ था courier से डिलीवरी हुआ 18 साल बाद डायरेक्ट and there is a woman she cried so much that she became HRD minister after 12th pass. She cried so much. She cried more than your exams. So if you want to score good marks in exam, you want to go into a higher position, you must cry on every small aspect. That's the teaching there. And before the one husband dies, the next husband is already ready. She says, meet my new husband. You're about to die, so I'm going to. She marries, then the first husband comes back from the death, and then now she's confused. What should I do? Should I what prophetic things they teach? Questions, please ask. You're just talking something else. I'm looking for questions. Hey, which is your favorite TV series? Write in the chat, either English or Hindi, whichever it is. Write on the chat. Hey, if you are watching it and you say it is not your favorite, you cannot do that. That's cheating, yeah. You're watching it because you're liking it and enjoying it. Yeah, you are learning how to fight with people for no reason. That is your big boss. Yeah. So you want to learn how to systematically fight with someone for no reason and how to win the battles by destroying your opponent. Even if you crush that opponent completely. So that is your big boss training. So Bhavya is like, sir, back to the topic. People are very time pass. When to eat, it's time to eat. We should eat or when we feel hungry. Okay. Good question, Bhavya. So when to eat? When it's time to eat, when we feel hungry. Go back to the child, the mother, lactating mother. So there is a child less than 6 months drinking the milk of the mother. So during lactation counseling, what do you tell the mother? You feed the child as and when the child cries. Because if the child is crying, the child is hungry probably, unless that child has wet the diaper of this. Check that. So, so if your child is crying, on demand feeding you. Okay. If your child cries in the middle of night, you feed the child. Plus, you have certain time when you feed your child. As soon as you wake up in the morning, as soon as the child wakes up in the morning, before the sleep, so that the child has a sound sleep. Okay. As you grow, so in the family, we have 2-3 cycles of food. Yeah, some families have 4 cycles of food. Balka has 5. No? So Pranali has 1 or 2 probably. Yeah. So and then there are some people who have the morning breakfast, afternoon meal, evening meal, and in the night or evening, late evening meal. So you eat that. If you are eating correctly, you should not feel hungry in the middle. And there are going to be days you are a human being. It is absolutely okay if you feel hungry in the middle. You eat something, whatever. Now, if the question is you are getting cravings every time in between your meals or 90 minutes after the meal, then you have to watch the video of sugar cravings and the spikes. That is your problem, right? Then you need to change the sequence of your meal. You need to add something, those 5 things. What are those 5 things you need to add to reduce your sugar cravings? Write in the chat. And it's bad manners to like wait completely hungry and then devour your food and eat like a pig. Yeah, not good. So the correct way is that, okay, now it's time to eat. I will eat whatever I can eat and done. So apple cider vinegar, lemon, cinnamon, fruits, vegetables. One more thing we are missing out. You are not in the class. Okay. If 5 things, one more thing, you watch the video. Yeah. You are not doing anything. Citrus fruits. Okay, very good. That is actually lemon. Huh? Don't think you write anything and I will say very good. Yeah, you are cute. That doesn't mean that every answer is cute. So if you are feeling hungry in the middle, not good. If you are waiting for your hunger to eat your food, not good. Yeah, because if you are hungry, you are going to eat something harmful first. You are going to eat more. You will have more higher sugar spike. You will have fast, rapid fall, right? The objective is to, and then after the rapid fall and high spike, you will have sugar cravings after 90 minutes. So you will end up eating desserts. What is your favorite dessert? Write in the chat. Whatever it is. If you have shifted from your dessert craving, whenever you have the cravings and you have shifted to apple cider vinegar with your salad, very good. You have added 5 years of your life. Okay. Whenever you have the sugar cravings, and instead of that sugar, that dessert, you are cutting your salad, putting apple cider vinegar and eating that. Very good. You have achieved the willpower, self-control over yourself, and you will survive 5 more years than your spouse. The comparison, the fight is that now who goes first. So make sure to write the will properly. I mean, get their will written properly. You can visit legalwise.in to take the will writing services. We support for. You're enjoying the Sunday class? Continue attending Sunday class, not for the knowledge, for the fun, so that you can, it's a window for you to overcome, to come out of your monotonous, boredom, depressed married life, and 1 hour, 2 hours of Sunday, some entertainment, fun, and happy, smiling friends. So with that objective, you attend all the Sunday classes. Because anyways, you are going to get all the charts, worksheets, and all those things ready-made that plans. Sunday classes is for fun. Questions? Anyone has any question? Gayatri is thinking, what is the question I will ask? You ask your child what is the question he wants. He's asking What mama should cook my favorite food every day. You enjoyed the class? I also enjoyed the class. Exam days. So I tell you the fun story of Swarupa and Swarupas. Okay. All those who ask this question. So I will say, like, there is a question. I got multiple WhatsApp. Sir, when will my exam link come? I'm like, tomorrow. Sir, but I'm not prepared. Why did you ask them? You should keep quiet. You should keep quiet and pray that you get easier version. Or your exam is August. The correct question you should ask is, sir, is my exam Feb or August? Instead of it, you are behaving like you're asking, sir, when will exam link come? And then I have to call and explain, my dear, your exam is in August. You are an average student. You are not read anything. You are not prepared. Wait, read, enjoy, appear in August. Unless you have a job waiting up and you want to appear early, then you have to study together. So either way, you appear. Feb or August. You have to study, and not at the day of the exam. Yeah? You study now. I know, Swarupa, you are sincere. I'm just kidding. I'm giving example of others, hopeless, those who don't attend class. And they don't attend class also. And they don't read also. Zero calorie foods. Ganga, Gyana Bigai has asked a horrible question. Zero calorie foods. It is only for Kareena Kapoors of the world before they get married. As soon as they get married, they look old, fat ladies. And they forget what is zero calorie diet. Yeah. So there is nothing called zero calorie diet, and you don't need it unless you are acting in some movie or something. And your selling point is you have a zero body. So nowadays, if you see all the movie stars, the heroines of the movie, they have gone to the plus size. Yeah. So if you see all the TV series as well as the movie films, so no one is zero calorie now. You don't eat zero calorie food. Under the name of zero calorie, don't eat harmful foods like sugar free. The problem is not sugar free, sugar free. The problem is the other content of the dessert, which is not the sugar, that is giving you more cholesterol and sugar. No, my dear Bhavna, there is no link between hypothyroidism and consuming any food. Okay. You used to read in your school days cauliflower and all. It is not there any longer because all of us, we are eating the iodine yukt namak, desh ka namak. And the problem of hypothyroidism happens because of some autoimmune disease here. And autoimmune disease, you know that how it happens, yeah, because of marriage and traumas and crisis in your life. So the root cause you should go. The food is not the cause to be blamed. Mother-in-law is to be blamed for hypothyroidism. Baba is asking a sweet question. What are the insoluble fiber has less calories, right? Okay. So this question makes me think, uh, are there soluble fibers versus insoluble fibers? So go back to the medical book now. Yeah. So there are fibers we are talking about. When we say fibers, we are assuming that we don't have enzymes to digest those fibers, which are coming from plant source. Correct? Major component is the cellulose, right? So we cannot digest that. So that's what is we are calling it insoluble fiber. We are on right track now. So the question is, fibers have less calories. Yeah. There is no battle between soluble fibers versus insoluble fibers unless you have some brand or product you want to sell it to people. So put the insoluble fiber not in the milk if you cannot afford the milk, put it in the water. Yeah, to save the money of the milk. So there is no reason here. Obviously, fibers are going to be less calories. Okay, so what is the calories? our chart. Fat, protein, carbohydrate, then fibers, obviously, right? Now, in the proteins have more calories, but the sugar causes sugar spike, glucose spike, and rapid fall. That's why you have, when you eat more carbohydrate, you have more cravings, your weight increases. Though the protein is energy denser than carbohydrate, this protein is going to get absorbed and deposited as a protein. So Shweta has put a case study. She has one client who has autoimmune disease and hypothyroidism and medications. You know, so hypothyroidism itself is an autoimmune disease, and all those diseases, they need to be taken care of with whatever medicines doctors are giving. There is a little scope for the nutritionist or dietitian to do certain things. What nutrition or holistic diet consultant will do is talk about emotional well-being now, emotional turbulence. So if you need psychology counseling, this client needs psychotherapy to heal the old wounds, because the old wounds, they are trapped in your body and they cause autoimmune diseases. Sometimes there are people who are predisposed to autoimmune disease because of genetic buildup. But if you have two people who have same genetic buildup, both are predisposed to autoimmune disease. One person develops autoimmune disease at certain age. One person does not develop till the age of 70 or may die, because this person has a lot of emotional traumas and crises, and they have trapped these emotions, the trauma in their body. That's why they are manifesting, they are showing the autoimmune diseases. While the other person also had the genetic makeup, but it is not shown. And that's where the role of psychotherapy comes. Yeah. So, Shweta, in your case, I can allocate someone from my team, dear, for your mom. For the nutrition and dietetics. So it's not going to cure this autoimmune disease like in planas and hyperthyroidism. So it will always supplement their lifestyle. It will supplement something for 10% effect. 10% effect, not 50 also. So major thing revolves around psychology and psychotherapy in such cases. Plus continuing the medications of Shweta, you WhatsApp me for a fee. I can allocate a psychotherapist from my team. And if you wish to learn psychotherapy, you will very good with medicines. But medicines for all this, they have a lot of side effects. So enjoyed. I also equally enjoyed smiling, cheering faces, cheered up. Remember, the number one best quality of nutritionist, any counselor, is the smile. And for a nutritionist or dietitian is the consultation, the counseling, explanation. If you see one blood report, you have to be able to explain them in half hour time, 30 minutes. They will love you. They will like you. They will come to you every blood report. Don't do it for free. Charge money, earn money. Very good, sir. Very good. Is psyllium husk a good option for IBS? Psyllium husk or psyllium husk. So I don't know. Okay. So it's about not about psyllium or psyllium husk. It's about husk. It's about fibers. Now you have to understand, in irritable bowel syndrome or inflammatory bowel condition, someone may be allergic to husk itself. Someone may be allergic to psyllium itself. Someone may be allergic to particular component of that, right? So the solution is not the psyllium. Solution is not the husk. The solution is the fibers. It is just a branding and marketing tactic. You are selling psyllium husk, so you say this psyllium husk is the best. Other things bad. Fruit, veggies bad. This, right? So it's not about psyllium husk. It's not about husk. It's about fibers. It's about intestinal health. For intestinal health, always come to three things. Who will write down this answer? Three things. I will send you one gift. That gift will be notepad. with one of my painting as the cover. You want to see it? Yeah, those notepads. I just got it. Uh, if I like it so much, then it will be like your name, your date of birth. Goody goody, and you will like. Thank you so much, sir. I will show you those notepads. Huh? In the meanwhile, please write those three things. What do you want to write for intestinal health? So these are the pocket diaries. Yeah, though it looks big, but it fits in pocket. We have checked it, verified. So this is one of the painting you can buy. Which buy means it's a gift actually. So, sorry, habit, Marwadi, jeans. So different paintings are the cover. Yeah, you are my galaxy, happy life, the boat in the ocean, then couple, happy couple. Yeah. So similar this uh, is A5 size, not pads. So that was a pocket. What part? So these are the notepads. Here, if you wish, directly you can buy it also from me, or you can wait whether, but you don't know whether you are going to get gift. Right? So for those who I like so much as students because they are sincere, they attend the classes, they are regular, they are studying, and they give me some donations. So I send them birthday gift, their name, date of birth, not date of birth, the birthday date, so that people do not know how old you are, and some statement about you. So I do that. So this notepad have two options. One is with the line, and one is with the blank. Yeah. So depending on what kind of style you have, so you can choose which option you want. You are my galaxy, not yours. I mean, the painting name is that Happy Life. Then all those paintings, yeah. And if you have seen some painting in my some video, and if you like that painting to be there, I can put it there also. And then this walk in the garden, right? If you want this, you can buy it. I will obviously customize it before sending it, whatever you want. You can give it gift to your second half. No, what is that? Better half. So you are the worst half. He is the better half. What stupid. Huh. So low confidence. Huh. So you can buy it for yourself. You can buy it for anyone who would like. You get one pocket diary or two pocket diaries as you wish. One with the A5 size with the line and one with the blank paper. So you can mix match. Okay. Uh, don't wait to become my favorite and get a gift of it. Any questions? Okay, three answers we have to give. Uh, four answers actually. So life is not fair. Vitamin D, prebiotics, probiotics, water. Good. So you forget vitamin D. And you always think vitamin D, calcium, bones, skin. No. Vitamin D, gut absorption. Okay. So arachidonol nano, 5 ml once a week for 3-4 months, then once a month. You want that brand name? There are few brand name. I have tried this. I'm not getting any money out of this. So I have tried few products and then realized that this has the least side effect. I mean, there is no side effect. The taste is good. Arachidonol nano. Taste is awesome. It's from Abbott. Company is also good. You will attend the classes regularly. So if you attend, then you get as gift. If you cannot wait, you can always buy. Obviously, I will not exploit you by charging much more money. Have a great time. Right, see you.